Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a new story. It's kind of a dare, so yeah, I have to make this one. Anyways, as you guessed from the title, today's story is What If Naruto Was Reincarnation of Zeus. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story. Now before continuing this, shout out is due where it is due. Shout out to Almighty Truck for giving me this dare. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that and yeah, continue on. So make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my Meta What If channel as well. And moving onwards, there is a suggestion I would like to ask your opinion upon. There's a guy who has been commenting in the comment section about a story called What If Naruto and Sasuke Fused. I'm kind of confused how I will make this work. In the past I might have, but yeah, right now I am confused and I've been trying to think up of different ways, but yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. So yeah, I was asking you guys now because maybe one of you guys will be able to help me out, and maybe we'll be able to, finally put out this guy's recommendation. So what do you guys say? Do let me know in the Discord server, or yeah, in the comment section. We'll see where the story goes from now on. Anyways, enough said. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins with the king of gods, Zeus, as we see him in a secluded area of Mount Olympus, which was surrounded by forest. As he was sitting there on a log and was crying because he was feeling huge amount of sadness and guilt. Sadness because his demigoddess daughter, Thalia Grace, while returning to the camp of blood, has perished, and because of that she has been turned into a tree, a pinecone tree, and because of that he is sad, and feeling guilty and sad because of his wife, whom he had great falling out with just before the incident in which he lost his daughter. He and his wife fought when she found out that he had saw another demigod, and because of that, for the first time, instead of being angry at him, Hera yelled and screamed in sadness because Zeus has hurted him, and even said that she didn't want to see his face for eternity or whatnot, indicating that she was done with him. And this scared as well as made Zeus realize just how much badly he screwed up, and no matter how much he thought about it, he couldn't think of any way. He was the king of gods, and yet he was feeling like a mortal, vulnerable, and sad. As that is when we see a bright light emerged as Zeus cleared his tears. As that is when he felt a hand on his shoulder. "Oh, it's you, Hagaromo." "Yes, it's me, old friend," said Hagaromo Otsutsuki, otherwise known as the Sage of the Sixth Path, and one who connected the Shinto pantheon to the Greek one. "What are you doing here? Is there a meeting between the Shintos and us?" "No. I sensed what has happened. I'm sorry about young Thalia." "Yeah, it happened, I guess. So what can I do for you, my friend? You don't need to be so strong always, Zeus. I know you are the king of gods, but as the king of gods, I am deeply offended by that. But as a friend, I am considered that I have someone who knows what I'm feeling and how to cheer me up. But alas, this time, my friend, even you can't help me, because what I have done is just way too much bad. I tried to change myself, but it just doesn't work. I may be the king of gods, but I am the one who is the most hypocritical, aren't I? I may impose and put rules and bans on others, but I cannot control myself. I have even cheated on my wife multiple times to the point where she doesn't even want to see my face. And before you say it, I know I had it coming. I just wish that everything went back to normal, and for once I am able to change my life for better. Change myself for the better. That is quite a big thing to do. You, unlike mortals, are immortals and have lived for eons. And because of that, my friend, there is a thing that tends to happen between you that is different from mortals. You tend to don't care about the consequences. That is what happened in your case, Zeus. Yeah, I guess you are right. But if I want to change, how can I? That I don't know about much. but I think there is something that you can help me with, which might be able to help you out in return. What? Since you are the god of dramas as well as the whole theatrics, I want you to play a role. A role? What do you mean by that? You see, since your wife has pretty much made it clear that she doesn't want to see your face, how about you go and live a life as a child of prophecy in a world which is ruled by the Shinto pantheon? It is a faraway world, but one that is watched lesser because the humans there possesses a power to able to control multiple elements, and there exist bijus there who are known as typhoons, which are raised by me as well. Very interesting. But I want a clean slate if that is possible. I'm sorry, what? I want to forget that I am a god if I'm going to do this. Wait, how is that easy? You're agreeing to this that easily? I thought you might be just whine a bit. Hey, are you trying to help me or just bother me? Said Zeus. No, I'm just pulling your leg. Anyways, I'm glad I came to you and you accepted this. Yeah. If anything gets my mind off of this, whatever the hell that is going on here, I would be grateful. But don't you want anyone to watch over the throne? Hera will watch over it. I'll leave a letter before I go. As after writing a letter and placing it in his throne, Zeus was ready. I'm ready. Anything else you want, Zeus? Yes, one thing. What is it? I want my memories and powers to be sealed away. I want a fresh slate. And once I return, I want to slowly gain my memories back. And once I do, I want to reflect and change, because I know this is the only way I will. As after that we see, hagaromo sighed and agreed. Fine, I can agree to that, old friend. As after that, both of them disappeared, as Zeus felt that his power was stripped as well as sealed away because he allowed it, and not only that, his memories as well. And slowly he was a pure newborn soul that was transported to Naruto Uzumaki. As now we see, baby Naruto opened his eyes in the elemental nation world, and he found himself orphaned already. At the age of 5, Naruto was running away from huge amount of mobs after being kicked out of the orphanage and living on the streets for a few months. Why? Because they called him demon and whatnot. Now he was cunning, as well as because of Zeus' paranoia, he was able to survive those attacks. And he was getting suspicious as well. Why? Because his Gigi, the only person in the village aside from the ramen stand people gave a damn about him, was lying to him. As now we see, Naruto, after being successfully evaded by a mob now, was inside the Hokage office. What is it, my boy? Gigi, I need to know. Why are these people calling me demon and whatnot? The only demon I remember is the QB 5 years ago. What is the connection between me and the demon? At least you were able to piece up that much, Naruto. Well, the thing is, my boy, you are the one who holds the Biju within you. You are a Jinchuriki of the Kyubi no Yoko. What? But you told me that the fourth Hokage, the Biju cannot be killed, Naruto. It is quite strong. Not even the fourth Hokage or the first Hokage Hashirama Senju could kill it. If anything, they could subdue it for the time being. And that is what your father was able to do. My father? Yes. I know you're getting closer, son, and sooner or later you will be able to find out about that as well. It would be best if I come clean, because you are quite a smart kid, aren't you? And I want you to become a great shinobi following his footsteps, achieving what he couldn't, and also achieve what your mother and her ancestor couldn't. That is to tame the Kyubi. As Naruto looked at Hiruzen's eyes, but why tell me now this? Because you asked. I asked you multiple times before. You were not ready. And was I now? Yes, because you were able to not only ask a question straightforward, but also connect the dots, my child, indicating that you are quite strong up here, he said, pointing with his finger towards his skull. And not only that, You're also quite fast, evading all the civilians, which means that in a dangerous situation, life-threatening situation, you are able to think quickly and come up with a solution, which means that I need to start your training soon. And I don't want to hold you back, so I'm giving you all the things that your parents have left behind, Naruto, effective immediately. You are the heir to the Namikaze and Uzumaki clan. You are the son of 4th Hokage Minato Namikaze and the Red Death of Konoha, Kushina Uzumaki. It is up to you to write your own destiny, son, and fulfill their legacy. You have a few shoes to fill in. I will. Thank you for trusting me. And from that day onwards, Naruto began to train, and train hard. Hiruzen personally watched over his training, and for the first time, everyone was shocked that elders and Hiruzen was not working against one another, but instead working together. As Danzo, Koharu, and Homura were on board with this. Hiruzen still could remember how, after Naruto was done, and how he announced that he would be giving Naruto everything, they were at it once more at each other. Are you insane, Hiruzen? In a flashback, we see Homura saying, Yes, I must agree, said Koharu. Giving the child his heritage is possible, but not now. He's still young, and, to be honest, he's not that great. You don't see what Hiruzen has seen, right? The boy has been evading the civilians who have been trying to torture him after capturing multiple times without a scratch, meaning he has a good head on his shoulder. Being able to not only evade life-threatening situations without any scratch, but also connecting dots from the threats that the people yell. Danza got it. Meanwhile, you two were just bitching and moaning. Hey, we take offense to that. So take all you want, I don't care. You're right, old friend. And I, as you have said, have been contemplating if I let Naruto live a normal childhood, which I know is not possible any longer because of the people of Konoha. He will only be ruined. I want him to become stronger so that he one day might be able to fulfill the duties of a Kage. I see where you're going with this, and I agree with you. What? But Danzo, I thought you want to be the Hokage as much as I wanted to. I agree with the words of our sensei and of Hiruzen here. The torch must be passed on to the next generation and not to be held by the previous one. So I want him to be trained even in the darker arts, Hiruzen. He has to see both the good and the bad side of the shinobi world, so he will be prepared to deal with each and any threat. If he wishes to be the Kage, then I, as damn well, will make sure that he is the one who will make tough decisions, even in the cruelest way possible, if it means for the sake of the village survival. I agree with that, said Hiruzen. Are you too insane? He's 5-year-old kid. What could he achieve possibly? Just give him enough time. He will show you what he can achieve. And within 5 years of the training, as Naruto entered the academy, we see that he was privately trained by both Hiruzen as well as Danzo. Both Root and the Anbu shinobis were training him, giving him all the training, even the darkest ones, if captured, how to evade, how to not talk, how to not speak, and how to not give out secrets, meaning enduring torture, as well as hardening his body and strengthening it. Bones were broken multiple times. All 206 bones in his body were broken and then mended again and again until they were formed and shaped into the bones of that of iron that are unbreakable. He himself was trained so rigorously that he became a weapon in itself. As Naruto was at the age of 11 when he was given a test by both the Root Anbu commander as well as the Anbu commander, as both evil forces and good forces for the first time were working together to train Naruto. As Naruto, Anbu armor that was given to him was also different. Instead of black and purple, which was quite normal, it was black with black armor, completely stealthy. And Naruto's mask was, instead of being white, also complete black, and it was a fox mask with red eye lining, indicating that he was codenamed Dark Fox. As Naruto had 2 black katanas as well placed on his back in the form of an axe, and he carried brass knuckles as well, because he like hand-to-hand combat more than using weapons. But in case he needed to, he had his trusted katanas with him that were made out of chakra metal and could emit lightning as well as fire and water chakra. And more than that, the most proficient element, air, that was filled to the brim with sky. Since Naruto's soul was that of Zeus, he possessed extreme efficiency in lightning and air, both of his elements, in his domain, unbeknownst to him. As this was going on, we go towards Mount Olympus, where we see Hera and the others have gone quite worried because their father/husband has not returned. Where is brother? Have anyone seen him? Said Poseidon, getting a little bit worried. Zeus has gone out like this, but he would return usually after a week or so. It has been years, and yet he has not been seen. At first they thought that he might have found a fling to go to, which Hera was not very interested with, but soon fear gripped her heart when she found out that her husband was anywhere to be found. He has just disappeared completely. As now we see, Hera was crying, as Athena, Artemis, Aphrodite, Demeter, as well as Hestia were trying their best to calm her down. Don't just stand there, brother. Find him. What? I'm trying my best already. I even contacted Hades. As now we see, Artemis then said, come on, geez, Dad. You have to go disappear like that. And bring all of us. It is quite annoying. I get it, but father wouldn't usually disappear if it is like that. As that is when we see a bright light emerged, and there came Hagaromo Otsutsuki. Oh, it's Hagaromo. What's up, Hagaromo Gigi? Said Apollo. It's fine, Apollo. What? Why are you all sad and crying like this? We're worried about Zeus. He's been gone for years to no end. Have you know where he's gone to? You didn't get the letter? As everyone's eyes widened as it blinked. I'm sorry, what? He left a letter at his temple. He told me before he went. He said that one would find it after we left. You know where he is? Yeah, I do know. I was the one who took him there. You took him where exactly? Asked Hermes. Well, he is reincarnated as a mortal currently in Elemental Nation because there was no child of prophecy and one was needed there to be in the shoes of child of prophecy because the whole world needs someone to save it. So I asked Zeus, who was sad, since he wanted to take his mind out of the events that has happened here. And it will also help him change, as he thought, something like that. Oh, Zeus, said Hera. She was regretting yelling those words in anger and hurt what she has said. She didn't care anymore of what has happened in the past. She just wanted her husband back. As she was crying and wiping away tears, we see that Hagaromo then said, he will return to you. It's just that he has a duty to fulfill now. He asked me to make his memories locked as well as his power sealed away. And that is what I have done, because he willingly allowed that. He would? Allow that? Said Poseidon, who was quite shocked that his brother, who was the epitome of paranoia, would do that, or allow someone to do that. I'm sorry, Hera, but I just can't grasp my head around this. Zeus allowed this to happen. Yes, as much as I hate to admit it, I don't think that Dad would allow any of that to happen. What did you do, Hagaromo Gigi? Your father was sad. Way too much sad this time, and he was contemplating of changing his life in some way by changing himself. I can't believe this, said Demeter. Is he for real? Yes, he is for real, Demeter. And he will return after the prophecy is fulfilled. When? The prophecy is due when he turns at the age of 17. He's 11 now, and it might take some more few years. I know the time difference between this world and that world, but you might have to wait for a few more months before he returns, or even a year or so if he is able to survive. What? Yes, for him to return his mortal aspect has to die. And to tell you the truth, his mortal aspect has grown quite a little bit too much strong. What? What do you mean by that? He's even stronger than most of the gods here. He's stronger than Ares and even Hermes. And Hephaestus, what? A mortal being stronger than the three of us? He's not at the same level as Apollo yet, but yes, he's stronger than the three of you. As that is when a visage of Zeus was shown in the form of Naruto. His face resembled younger Zeus, without any beard, and with blonde hair instead of white. And not only that, his blue eyes, instead of electrical blue, they were deep blue. And he had three whisker marks on each side of his cheeks. He was wearing a black stealthy armor and suit, and had two swords behind his back, and brass knuckles on each side of his fist. Is this father? Said Artemis, as Aphrodite literally licked her lips, as Ares then said, Dude, that's my dad! So? I can admire, can't I? No, you can't. Hera had to admit this newer version of Zeus, it was kind of cool and hot, as Hera then decided, I can't wait. I have to go there. I need to reincarnate there as well. I'm sorry, but it can't be possible. You just can't go. As that is when a message came to Hagaromo. What is it? I think the time passed way too much quickly than I anticipated. How much time has gone here? By the time of my chariot, a few months have gone by since we began talking. We're immortal, so time is irrelevant to us. It passes quickly. So it seems that maybe Hera might be able to go there. After all, what happened? You see, Naruto has turned 16 and a grave threat has appeared on his village, in which he had to defend his village, but he was mastering a power of a sage, becoming the sage one with nature, and in doing so, he was late a little bit, because most of the village was destroyed, but he was able to deal with those who were the one behind it, and that is when this girl jumped in who loved Naruto. What? As Hinata Yuga was shown, and turns out she had your essence. What? What do you mean, my essence? It seems that your essence was also able to reincarnate, since Zeus's powers were the only thing that was sealed, not your essence that was with him. Oh, it might have been a gift that I made and crafted from my soul, and gave it to him on our first anniversary. I think that might be it. And so this girl, Hinata Yuga, was created. I see. I will be going there now, reincarnating as her. And so, Hera disappeared, telling her children that she will be back. And once she was gone, we see Hinata opening her eyes as Naruto was there. Hinata, you're okay. Thank God you're okay. As after that, we see both Hinata and Naruto had forgotten who they really were as time began to pass by. And finally the day came. The dreadful day came when the prophecy was due. And so the fourth great shinobi war was declared, and it begun. All those years in Naruto's life, he had made a lot of allies and a lot of friends. Even turned some enemies into friends. Even though he was trained by both the good and dark side, he was imagined that he needed to show the good one. Why? Because he will only show the dark side to those who truly deserved it. And in his eyes, most people he have seen were either broken heroes or those who have just lost faith in humanity. Not those who have just wanted to destroy the world for the sake of it. And right now, he has just found one who wanted to do that. And that was Madara Uchiha. Naruto, using the full extent of his abilities, using both of his katana, one laced with air, on the other side with lightning, was charging at blinding speed. Harishin flashed up. Naruto disappeared as golden lightning emerged behind him. He was whizzing through the army as he appeared in front, and then stabbed both of the katanas down straight through his chest. But before they could hit, we see Madara teleport behind him, and then, using the fireball jutsu, hit him with all he got and sent him flying towards the earth tree. As after Naruto was there, he impaled the same katanas into him, causing him to go in and out of consciousness. As that is when he met with the Kyuubi, and Kyuubi was not alone. There, standing next to him, was Hagaromo Otsutsuki. It's been a long time, old friend. Old friend. I don't even know you. Your memories are sealed away, so yes, you wouldn't know me. For me, it might have been few moments, but for you, 17 years have gone by, Zeus. Zeus? But my name is Naruto, not Zeus. Naruto is the name of your current body, your persona. Your real name is Zeus, the king of gods, the god of thunder, lightning, and of skies and air. As after that, Zeus' memories were handed to him. As soon as he touched the lightning bolt, all his memories and powers rushed back to him. As now we see, Naruto remained as he was, but there was a glow surrounding him. What happened? I remember everything, and I remember you now. What are you talking about, brat? How could you remember my father? So this is the typhoon you mentioned, old friend. Yes, Zeus. This is my son. This is Kurama. I see. Father, who is this? This is the Olympian king of God. He is from the Greek pantheon, whom the Shinto pantheon has an alliance with. And he is my friend, who was reincarnated here as Naruto. I see. But why can I sense Hira's presence here? That's because she is reincarnated as Hinata as well. She has forgotten who she is. But since you remember, she soon will too. As after that, Hira's abilities and powers were given to her as well, as she was standing near Zeus. As Naruto's eyes opened, as Hagaromo's final words fell into his ear, "Now go, dear friend. You have Naruto's prophecy to fulfill, and destiny." As after that Naruto opened, his eyes were electric blue, but he remained as he was. His wife behind him. "Zeus, Naruto, you're back." Hira. I mean, Hinata. Yes, it's me. It's me. I missed you. I missed you too. I'm sorry, Hira, for what I have done. We can wait. We have to defeat Madara and the Ten Tails. He will die. As Naruto then took it upon himself to go into air, and using his lightning bolt and his true form, which was his huge appearance as far as tall as Titan, in which even the tentacles looked like an insect made out of lightning, as the lightning bolt was thrown at him, eradicating the Ten Tails and Zeus. As the husk was destroyed and the Bijus was freed alongside with Ten Tails' husk and Madara being turned into ashes. As after that we see Zeus standing there in the form of Naruto, as Hinata was by his side, as she too was glowing, as her eyes were now different as well. Hinata had a golden hue while Naruto had a blue hue. As Tsunade and others landed near him. "Naruto? Hinata? What the hell is going on here? What happened?" "Well, Tsunade, I am Naruto, but I am actually reincarnation of Zeus, the king of gods of Greek pantheon. I was brought here by my friend, Sage of the Sixth Path." As the sage arrived, "Hello, everyone." As they bowed immediately, "You don't need to. What my friend here said is true, and his wife is also present here. She is the queen of the gods, otherwise known as Hera, or you might know her as Hinata. Since she was created because of the essence of her, which was given to Zeus at their first anniversary, she was able to reincarnate after her essence died in the battle against Pain. So Hinata is dead. No, I'm not dead, Hanabi. You are still my sister. And you are all my family, I guess. I'm honestly surprised that I was able to find a decent family here in this war-torn world than my own world. It's just that maybe I'm changed now, that I realized that how bad I was." As he and Hera looked at one another, and then looked with sadness towards everyone. "It's a pity, but we have to go now. We will visit you as much as we can, but because of our identity being out now, we have to leave, since we don't want to threaten the other Pantheon. It is the part of the alliance, after all." So you're going to leave?" "Yes. I'm sorry, Sasuke. It seems that we won't be able to find out who is the strongest after all. But know this. Now it is up to you to protect this village. You got it, Timmy? Yeah. You better keep him in check, Sakura, because this time I won't be able to help you, I guess, if you need me. Naruto, said Hiruzen Sarutobi, who had perished. I'm proud of you. And I guess I am honored to have you as my son. For you to be my father, I accept you as my father, Minato no Mikaze. You, even though, have died for a noble cause. You caused myself harm a bit, but I don't detest you like I detest my own real father, the father of Zeus. So, I hope you go to heaven and wish that you will be able to visit me sometimes, if it is allowed, said Naruto, holding back his tears. As that is when Kushina and Minato arrived and gave him a hug. Now, you better take care of my baby boy over here, said Kushina, as Hera chuckled. I have been for millennia, mother, and I promise I will. And I promise I will as well, Yashizuma. As after that, they disappeared, as both of them arrived on Mount Olympus. As they witnessed their all Zeus's children were still hovering above in a circle. Shh, they're here. Hide it, Polo. Geez, I don't know how to hide it. What are you all doing? Asked Zeus with a raised eyebrow. He was still as looking as Naruto, but a little bit grown and older, like the Hokage Naruto now. Except for the cave and the short hair. He had long hair, but without any beard still, as Hinata has also grown and was like this. Sister, why are you still using that form? I kind of like it. What do you think, Naruto-kun? I mean Zeus. I guess we'll call ourselves Naruto and Hinata while we are here. Listen to me, all of you. From this day I might have changed, and I apologize to each and every one of you for ever hurting you or doubting you. I promise and swear on River Styx that I will change for the best to be the best king you all deserve. And my brother, you and Hades are both needed here, as both family as well as my allies, and as my helping hands. Always, said Poseidon, as he placed a hand on Naruto's shoulder. You know, Zeus, for first time, seeing you like this, all mellowed out and happy, I'm glad. As well as seeing these changes in you, I hope you'll be able to retain them. Of course, that is the goal here. Then I wish you that you will be able to retain these qualities. Well, I'll and Poseidon will help you as much as we can. Good. And Hera, my dear, I promise that there won't be another demigod. If we are going to have children, we will have godchildren. As Aphrodite squealed. Yes, of course do. We would love to have kids running around here. Baby brother, huh? He'll be better than Cripple. And Ares, you better not insult my son. I get it that you're my son and all, but you have to change your ways as well. Otherwise I will put you there and put you through the same hell that I went through to change. You don't even know how much blessed you are. I gotta say, brother, you certainly have changed, said Estia, with a smile on her face. Of course I have. As after that we see both Zeus and Hera renewed their vows as Hinata and Naruto, and after doing so, Hera became pregnant, and soon 9 months later she gave birth to Boruto, or Bolt as they called him for short. Why? Because he resembled Naruto a lot, and he also had lightning-like abilities. For the first time, Zeus was okay with sharing his domain with someone, and surprisingly enough, he was able to bring his family closer. His stepchildren and his own children with Hera were much more closer as a huge family than ever before. And not only Zeus was the one who changed, it was Hera as well. She had learned to share, and because of that, she allowed those children who she saw as nothing more than dust spectacles in her eyes, as in her family, and loved them as her own. Even if they were demigods, they were still children of Zeus, her husband, and she, as their mother, would love them. And this would a little bit of guilt on Naruto slash Zeus's heart, but still, he was happy that his wife was putting in the effort to change. So, he put it in more effort. And in this way, the whole Olympus was once more strong and together. And Titans, as well as their own father, now cowered in fear because they knew if they tried anything, this newly formed peace as well as closeness in Olympus will destroy them before they even could think of anything. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story of, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, especially you almighty Truckun. So yeah, you don't label me with that tag. Anyways, enough said. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my Metaverse channel as well. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace.